I hate doing this thing this way. Wait, God, don't leave meeting. What the hell?
Like I got a 74 Greasy, Manning, OJ Simpson, Dawson, some 74 football. I got a 72 Warfield. Like I said, I got some vintage shit. It's in here somewhere with me, all this fucking madness that I have.
Yeah, my Desmond Bain auto got a 10.
Nice. There you go.
I bought those cards like $20 a piece. The only thing I was in heavier on was that Najee Harris I got for 50. But like I said, it came back a 7. I'll throw it up to DC. He can have some fun with it. The rest of the cards are way profit. It was just some extra stuff for my display for that PSA order it went in. Where the heck's the thumbnail on this thing? They changed it.
Where did I have that vintage? I have a bunch of. I still have some vintage left.
Guys, if you're coming in, I'm getting everything set up like normal. The zoom to what the heck did this pop up at? Okay. Takes me a second to get all the craziness onto here. Where's that go?
We have a 72 Manning. Hey, this is Archie Manning's rookie.
Oh, where'd it go? There it is.
Wouldn't mind sending that in. What's up, Charles?
Where are my tags? There they are.
What's happening, man? It's 81. I got a bunch of that basketball. Where in the actual hell is this crap? Oh, here we go. So I got like a, what is it, 69 Sparky Anderson, Dick Allen rookie. What's the other shit that I have?
That should be enough on this one. Well, it saves till I get to the next screen. Who's in there? What's up, Charles? Hey, man, I'm going to tell you, I was watching those videos you sent me. That stuff's rough, man. That stuff's really rough. What that I really think that he's repacking because I think what he's doing is getting the good stuff, or like you said, you can even probably weigh it too. You know, you get that extra like 0.01 gram, you know, it's a better card in there. But yeah, that's rough.
Things are good, man. I'm just trying to find some shit in this pile that I have. Literally piles of shit.
Oh, so up there, buddy. Now I think I got everything. Let me just make sure it looks right here. Yeah, it did look like the same exact display box. Like he's buying the packs loose and stuffing them. So, I mean, it's a hard one to really call, you know, say, hey, but anybody that's been doing it for a while pretty much knows. Because I haven't even hit a video in 2 days just for the fact of getting that root canal. I just popped some pain pills for tonight again. And what sucks is because my tooth was still alive. So
Ew.
it wasn't dead like a normal person would have it. So I got all the freaking crap that just stick up in me and then go back into it again.
That sounds delicious.
It's lovely. It's good. No card shows for me to the 17th. I'm like going nuts, but I got a lot of spring cleaning to do here. I'm starting in the office. A lot of stuff. Well, Charles, I got my first card I sold on eBay. It has to go through that eBay authenticity program. Now it's a card, and I graded it, and it got shipped to PSA, so it best not have any issues. Yeah, he should. I mean, those boxes do come sealed, but when they take them from MJ Holdings and put them in like Target, Walmart, they all cut them open.
Yeah, see, here's some vintage shit that I found. Thurman Munson. Just I have a bunch of vintage basketball. Let's see what else I found. A Rose, Slaughter.
I mean, you want stuff ready, go through Baubles. It's $23 a card.
K-Line, McGraw.
What's up, Dale?
Palmer, Gibson. Bunch of extra. This is a bunch of vintage I had. So when I was at the Burbank show, there's a new grading company that was there.
Are you talking about the freaking guys that, yes, that's who I was just going to say. They've been around for a little bit. They're not that new.
Technical authentication grading. Because so and I don't like this at all. So there's a guy, here's the company.
What's up, Grunt Dad?
They're called Card Pro Supplies. Look what he's selling.
Go figure.
Empty graded card slabs.
And see, that's a clear one like CSG uses.
Well, no, it's a clear one like PSA uses.
No, PSA has frosty stuff onto it around the edges where the card goes.
True. This one right here, but it's not like rounded and thick like a CSG. This is really thin like a PSA.
New stuff out because I just had one of the newer slabs with the newer labels onto it. Yeah. They're nice, I ain't gonna lie, but their price point's garbage right now. Charles, I've seen some of the metal universes. Somebody was saying you could pull the PMGs in it, but I thought PMGs were only hobby only.
Oh, your boy 502 pulled one.
Pulled what? A PMG out of hobby, probably not out of.
I don't think so, but I think so out of a hobby. But he did pull one.
I think they're supposed to be one in every 2 or 3 boxes of PMG this time. I don't know. My next box is Upper Deck Black Diamond here after my next root canal. I'm stopping at Louisville Sports Cards and getting a box. If they don't have them in, I'll call Dave ahead of time. I'm just going to order from Dave and Adams. But that'll be in a month. I just got a museum box shipped to me today because the release being Wednesday and Monday a federal holiday. Yeah, that's what I thought. PMGs were only hobby only, but they were arguing in one of the Facebook groups you can get them in blasters. And I'm like, no.
So I'm down to 1, 2, 3, 4 for my Rainbow Conquest.
No numbered either? Yeah, I figured on that. I'm waiting for the new metal hockey whenever they do it again. That's always more my kind of thing. That's like they were trying to get me the other night to list some cards, and I'm like, man, I only got hockey, and you guys hate hockey that's near me. So I pulled out some cards for tonight just to move before the show. End of the year, I'll slow down. I only got 2 in September, none in October, 1 in November. Then there's somebody, one of the guys that's out in the American Legion I go to. It's like probably about an hour and 40-minute drive or something. They're doing one right before Christmas, but it's a Thursday and Friday show. And I'm like, I don't know who's going to come here on a Thursday and Friday. Sketch cards, almost like the Star Wars ones then. Okay.
So I was talking to my buddy from Beckett. They end up buying a company that grades VHS tapes.
I told you it was coming out. It was an article in Forbes about it. When Forbes talks about it, they already know what's going on.
Yeah, Beckett bought a company that grades VHS tapes, and I think the going rate on that is going to be like $149 to grade a movie, because I guess the slabs are humongous.
I'm sure they are, because you got to think how big the VHS tape is. I mean, width wise, it's like two old Nintendo games.
Yep.
Oh crap! I turned this off. There we go. Oh heck yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yep. I'd rather almost take a Beckett 8 than a BGS 9 on a thick card anymore. I'll tell Charles, I don't know if you were in here. I was telling him SGC turned my stuff around that day. Pretty much they got it on Wednesday, and this morning I already had my grades and the stuff's been shipped. Now I only did vintage with them, but that's it. I still have VHS tapes that are sealed. I have the original Space Jam with Jordan in it.
You have any Disney movies?
Yeah,
Disney cartoons?
30 of them. A lady gave them to me because she thought like she saw someone on eBay selling for ridiculous amounts, and this was back in like 2015. And I was like, yeah, check out this baseball card it sells for 30,000. It's money laundering. There's no way nobody's paying that money for these. And she had like, oh God, Beauty and the Beast is one, Finding Nemo, Little Mermaid. I mean, Lady and the Tramp, I remember in there. They're still in a box in my closet.
Oh, those go for big money now.
They still got the wrappings on it. Some of them still have was it FYE and I forget Sam Goody or something like that onto it. Sam something. I thought, or maybe it was just Goody. I don't know, something like that for little price tags onto it.
Well, the thing is with that, Charles, you said kind of worries you. They're losing business right now because PSA is at the same price. So people would rather send a PSA than SGC now.
Well, see, my thing with SGC is what I'll do is I'll look at a card, and this is vintage only. If between what I think it's going to get SGC is comparable or within like maybe a 10 to 12% variance of a PSA, and I'm not talking to big cards. Say it's selling for $96 SGC 5 and PSA 5 is 108. Right now, I'll just send it straight to if I need to get it back for SGC just for shows. But a lot of people are still mailing their modern stuff in. I'm like, oof, go for it. But for me, I'm just doing vintage. And if I would happen to send one in, it would crack like, say, I want to think it's going to get a 5 and it comes back a 6, 6.5. To me, I might just take the gamble, crack and send a PSA.
Yeah. Because I have my last SGC order down here in the ground.
I mean, other than that Carlton, where I kind of figured it should have came back a 6 and got a 6 for a rookie. I mean, that's about it.
Yeah.
A lot of those grading companies, though, that I was looking at that came out during COVID, I don't even see anything on them anymore. None of them.
Nope.
To including HGA. I still see some HGA slabs float around. I laugh because there's still some guys that are die hard telling me HGA 9.5 is worth a PSA 10 price and all this, and I laugh.
Well, like Jason said, SGC is still good for vintage. I'm not sending no more modern stuff there. Nope.
Well, hey, Charles, this is something I was talking about with a couple of guys. So, like, I have $30 specials. It's been in QA2 now for like 3-4 weeks. The list is gone for like 2 weeks. We honestly think right now they're holding all those PSA values and July specials at QA2 with the list gone until they actually expunge the original COVID stuff. Now, I know a couple did slip through, but a lot of us are just sitting there in QA2, no list now, over 2 weeks. But what I also see is that PSA, because what they would have taken in during the time frame of the July specials, we'll just say it took in 3 or 4 million cards, right, with the values and all that. If they're grading 1 million a month, that only puts them like 3 or 4 months in the hole, and those are supposed to be what, like 150 days or something like that, 180 days or back. So
Yeah.
I think either if it's not this month, I think beginning of October they release it again, and I think it'll be for like a month, and then they'll see how well that goes, how much their backlog is, and they'll continue till they find a happy medium. Well, they were supposed to keep them in grading status. They weren't supposed to get graded, go through assembly QA1 and QA2. Now, like I said, a couple people's floated through that I know, but I got one now. It's been QA2 forever, like 2 weeks without a list. TGT doesn't even work anymore. I don't even think they grade cards anymore. I honestly, I haven't watched that dude's videos in probably 6 months to a year. And the last I saw, they all moved to California and they tried being graders, and now they just go to shows and I don't even know what they do. And they grade through other companies. Makes no sense.
He was there videotaping.
Where, at your show at Burbank?
Yep.
You go say hi and slap hands, give him a hug?
Nope.
Was he wearing a TGT shirt?
Nope.
I mean, here's the thing is you invest your money. What is those machines like 30, 40,000? The press.
Yeah.
And
Even a refurbished one's like 18 or something like that.
so first they had an office space in Pittsburgh. Now I'm going to grant it that maybe they worked it out for a 6-month lease and not a year. Somehow they get out of it. And then you go to California and have to rent a space. That's like triple the price, especially I know where it was at in Pittsburgh. That's probably about 4 times the price.
Oh no, they're in LA and they're paying up the ass if they're in California. I live in California, yeah. No bueno.
I'm just guessing to say that other office space, they were like 2,000 a month. I'm just throwing a number out in that neighborhood. Maybe they lucked out because that was a bad area and they got it at 1,500, but that was still a big building.
Well, it all depends on where they're located at, though, too.
Even if they're in California, I mean, I know most of the spaces I was looking at was like 2 to 2,500. Some are like 3,000 out here.
Yeah.
I'm guessing out there, you're talking 7,000-8,000 easy a month for a small spot. So that's why I said I doubt if they're still doing it. I mean, Master P with his grading company. Wasn't he part of Tag? Pretty sure he's Tag, if I recall right.
I'm not sure. They were there. They had a booth set up, and I didn't give it a time or day. I just walked by it.
Well, I think Master P was part of Master.
Only reason why I got these is because they were part of the freaking goodie bags you get if you were a VIP at the show.
Oh no, he was Automated Grading Systems, AGS. AGS, that's what it was. And it's pretty much similar to what Tag's doing. Oh, I agree, Grunt Dad. I agree 100%. If they're not already. Better not put grandma's house, put a lien on it.
Yeah,
it was
no.
AGS. I just looked it up.
No, I
That's why you can't, like, seriously, with anybody, if you're going to go into business with them and they think it's going to be a sure thing, gone right there. It's not, nothing's a sure thing. There's a lot of work
Mhm.
that's got to go into it. And I mean,
Well, for one, you're starting a grading company and you have no legitimacy. You have no, like, you don't have someone that's been in the hobby for umpteen years that has a reputation.
no, you have to have been saying, like, I was a PSA grader, I was a Beckett grader. I'd even said I was working at SGC grading. But no, you just don't start off saying that, because I mean, there's guys out there. Sappy goes through, I don't know how many cards a day. Dusty Baker, oh Josh, what, I can't remember what his name was. There was a bunch of dudes who's been doing this for a long time that, yeah, they still get shocked here and there, but they're good at what they do. And those guys don't work at PSA or Beckett. I mean, if they started their own grading company, maybe, possibly, but why would you do that? Because then you got to sit there and, your slabs have to somehow catch the flavor and everything else. That's a hard thing. Oh, I seen it. Yeah, yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, I look at this stuff and I'm like, back in the day, I could rip a whole lot, but now maybe 2, 3 boxes a month tops, and usually it's because I have a pre-order in, like that soccer I just opened up. Yesterday I didn't get anything good, so I just trashed the video. It would be pointless. Then the museum, I'll probably do a video on X. It's just a quick rip. But other than that, it'll be a hockey box this month. That's it. I will wait until the big stuff comes out and roll my dice. I can't do the prism and optic anymore. Even select, I'm kind of iffy on. My stuff is going to be like Obsidian, Flawless, NT, iMac. I was a fan of Sapphire, but Sapphire is getting overpopular with all these damn colors now. I mean, NT and Flawless, don't get me wrong. Before, you used to have really, really good autos per case. Now, everybody's signing for them, so it's just another piece out there. To me, I like hockey and it's safe. Soccer, kind of safe too. A lot of people try to hype UFC up, and I mean, honestly, even F1 to me, from everything I've seen, it's kind of died down unless you're a diehard F1 fan. I mean, look, people were talking, oh, look, tennis, Serena Williams, rookie, all this stuff. Where's it at now? Same with the Tiger Woods. Everybody thought it was great the heck out of those things. Why? Because they started selling for good money. And what happened? Supply and demand just flip-flopped. That's always the way around it. No field. Oh, wow. Well, that's good. They have no field levels in it. To me, my only way, really, you could pull the Mega out of a box and make money. Before, you used to be able to grade your box out and try to get some money back. Now you can't even do that. But I think by going to shows, if you could find cards, you have a good eye and be able to grade them out, and we'll say you grade 4 out of 5 out till you make profit on, then you make money. But I don't know if I'll be the guy that's willing to risk, $1,000 on a card for 5 cards and grade out on either. I mean, the other ones I'd probably still get into, like Dynasty Baseball. I don't even know if they'll do another one. I'm still a fan of Definitive, Diamond Icons.
Basically anything not retail. Almost.
There's a lot of other stuff I won't even touch. Yeah, there's plenty of product that's hobby only. I am not touching. Panini encased? No. Garbage product.
Any one? No.
It's just like Dynasty, one card. Well, football is one card. Basketball, you get a top loader and a freaking, or 2 cards in it, basically, I should say. But I mean, Panini case, perfect example right there. Even though more basketball
Impeccable, not bad.
Impeccable is not a great product.
I like Impeccable, but it's just a hard product.
Even when they first released it, it was hard hits in that. People were all out after the gold freaking bars and the silver bars, really. That's comparable to, like, to me, of opening up tier 1. There was something. Let me see if I can find it here. I was going to talk about. So on one of these things here. Let me see here. Okay, no, it's not the 101 Justin Shields to be the next 7-figure card.
Justin Fields? No.
Is this it? Indie show, no. To see somebody just lowered price points. It's CSG. Oh, they lowered the minimum number of cards for a submission under its bulk rate from 50 to 25 cards. That's what it was. I will say CSG is a nice slab. I like their new design, their logo. But man, that stuff's not even close to being comparable.
No.
Oops, hit the wrong button.
I do like their slabs, though. They do have nice slabs.
Oh, here it is for the TTM people. That's what I was going to find it. The guy sent him a card. The player kept the card and sent him a photocopy back.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out who it was here.
There's always going to be someone with money who wants to break boxes. It just might take them longer. They got to get more creative. A lot more fillers, a lot more minis, a lot more this, a lot more that.
Fred Young.
Who?
Fred Young. He kept the actual card, made a photocopy of it, and autographed the photocopy and sent it back to him.
101 photocopy.
Oop, wrong thing. Let me close this out. That should be good now. Oh, that's across the board, Charles. The breakers. I mean, even the bigger breakers I've watched have issues onto it. Release day, they're fine. After that, no. More and more of them breakers are going to just dwindle away over the next year because they think it's an easy thing. And it's not. If you were a breaker like a year or 2 years before COVID, you know the heartaches that you had to go through. Breaking, sorting, making $100 on a full case. I mean, that's like Tops, Don Russ, Hoops, all that stuff there. Then you had to keep buying it. You had to buy 3 cases of this to get a case of the like Don Russ Optic or something. It was stupid.
I've seen the rare edition slabs. They're nice, but I don't know about that company. Another company using the AI.
Oh, there's like 6 or 7 that came out within this past year. And some of them were in the works last year. They just didn't really push forward till this year, but there's just too many of them. And we're going to see them all in Fairfield boxes eventually.
Well, the big breakers have been doing it for a while, and they got bigger clientele than the small breakers. So big breakers will still be able to do that stuff. Like, I'm not worried about Platinum or Leighton or any of those guys, but smaller ones, they're going to struggle because they got their product so high to try and make their money on it, and it's just hard to get into it, and the teams are too high, and then they're going to have to get creative. Minis and super minis and everything else.
Every breaker has a Wells. They might have 1 or 2 that's come popping in from time to time. Some have about 50 wells out there. Okay. They come all the time. Even when I was a breaker, I had about 5 or 6 dudes that would buy the big teams all the time, or they'd be like, how many teams you got left? 7 to fill? Let's get this filled. I'll take them all. Send me a total. And I mean, just stuff like that there where you're sitting there at a time frame. And we were just talking about this in G1's breaks the other night. Like flawless. You could not sell the Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen. Everybody wanted Baker Mayfield, the Jets with it was Baker and Darnold ahead of them, right? So they would sit there and sit there. And it's just funny because eventually you get somebody that's in for the Browns, the Jets. Oh, just give me the Bills too, because I'm going to hit one of them 3 rookies. Now, granted, it turned out good in the long run for us doing it back then, but you're always going to have them, regardless of your group. Breakers will call them wells. Other people call them groupies and stuff like that out there. Was all kind of slang names onto it. But, I mean, like I said, I had them. Everybody had them across the board. It just depending on when you were on, what you were breaking, especially when I was just doing a lot of Bowman, like in 16, and I was breaking 15 Bowman stuff. Guys would just see it posted and they would go to town, take 4, 5, 6 teams, just right off the board. Stuff was easy fills. I haven't seen Charles. Oh, is that the one? Okay, I know who they are now. As soon as you said the fortified slab, I already know what you're talking about. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're also the ones that send you like one of them massive cases to put around your case to begin with, too. There's a company out there doing that, too. And there's some crazy stuff going on with everybody just trying to get that eye appeal down so they can sell.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess if you scan the barcode, it takes you to the card when they graded it, and it shows you all the flaws along with the card of why it got that grade.
Here's the thing. If my slabs don't accept them, that's not a good thing. Until they build a good reputation, that's the one thing I respect out of everything he's doing. I know he has a bunch of updates coming. He has held firm onto that. I mean, he caught a lot of grief when he let CSG in over HGA, but there was a big point to it. Those dudes at CSG have been grading coins and comics for a long time. They have a reputable company. They're going to be around. They're not going to be a fly by night here. 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, disappear.
Well, he was right because where's HGA now?
Well, I know under new leadership, but I haven't heard crap about him other than something about Grunt Dad. You said it in one of the things about they graded like their 400,000th card and it didn't add up right. Grunt Dad posted this on Twitter. This is no joke. They like called HGA out onto it. And he got tore up by HGA lovers out there and everybody else. Like, you have too much time on your hand and everything else. And I was laughing. I was like, my gosh, man. This is just like straight bashing. I mean, if you go back to the old days, they would consider this cyberbullying.
For the foreseeable future.
Mine's been on vacation mode for like 3 weeks. I keep selling stuff like, oh, I'm on vacation mode. Let me just delete this card off of there. God damn, when I see that post that you made, I just sat there going, oh my gosh, you're just getting destroyed. I was going to send it to a guy named Mooch up in Seattle because he was the dude that originally bashed HGA on their labels and like still in the artwork and all this. But I was like, man, I don't know if I want to do this because it's just going to get even more ugly for you in the long run. Man, I was just like, all he did was ask a simple question. That your numbers were off based off their website. How is this the 400,000 card and you're still like X amount thousands short? Wait, why was your PayPal
Yeah.
account locked and deleted?
Why? That should have no bearing on that.
He has Stripe coming too this month. I believe it's either this month or next month. He was talking about having Stripe in full force. So they've been running a bunch of tests on it. I know. I'm hoping it wasn't because like his PayPal was posted somewhere and all the dudes from Twitter just pegged him with 1 cent freaking friends and family or something stupid. Oh, happy Aloha Friday to you too. Aloha Friday. And I know work till Tuesday now.
Not me.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like you were really doing it just to be, rude about it. You were like, this doesn't add up. Tell me when they don't respond to the messages, then you have to tweet it and everything else. Hey, this ain't adding up right, guys. You might want to check your numbers. Maybe they're still counting all those cards in there too that were all jacked up. They had to redo with new numbers. I don't know. Or they took out circulation. So that maybe their numbers are off too.
We got a request for you to sing the Aloha Friday song.
I will find it one day and play it for everybody.
No. You got to sing it.
I don't know the whole song. I just know it's Aloha Friday and I work till Monday. That's all I remember from when I lived in Hawaii. You're talking freaking 95 to January 2000. Or January 96 to January 2000. That was my favorite song, man. When I lived in Hawaii, like Post General would come around and you were supposed to get off at least an hour early on Aloha Friday. If you were still in uniform, and oh man, he hemmed some people up over that stuff. Oh, it was bad. And if we had like a 4-day or a 3-day and incorporated a Friday off, your Aloha Friday started Thursday or Wednesday, whatever day it would have been. That I'll tell you what, probably the best general I ever seen ever. General Ward was his name. Dude would just come around in quads. You see the Hummer, or he'd have his car with the stars driving through because you weren't supposed to have your car in these quads and stuff. He was checking. Like you had to hold formation an hour before, and like the first sergeant commander had to physically get out of uniform. Well, except for the guys on duty, like CQ, staff duty, stuff like that, or extra duty. But man, it was ruthless. I mean, unless you were locked down for a lost sensitive item or something, you'd probably get away with it. But man, that dude fired people. Fired. Wisdom, when I first got to Hawaii, I'll give you a little story. So we were in reception, end up showing up. It was a weekend. They told us, hey, you guys are off. We all need you. So one of the guys over 21 rented a car. We all chipped in, go to Waikiki. Well, you all know this is like January 96. So back home, like 2 cheeseburgers to fried meal used to be like $2.99. We get to Hawaii, $5.99. So sitting there, you go throw your trash away. Well, most of the places where we grew up at didn't have thank you on it. It had the word trash to put your trash in. So I seen mahalo. I thought mahalo meant trash for like the first month or two I was there. I sent you a message on Facebook. Oh, all right. Let me go look here. Oh, man. That's the message people used to get for all the old friends and family all the time stuff. I remember that. That's why I like every time I was doing stuff like goods and services. Only time I was doing friends and family, if it was like to cover shipping or something like that. And afterwards, I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna add $1 to it or whatever it is. I'm guessing it has to do something with friends and family.
I'm drinking a fun drink. You guys should try it. Lemonade with jalapenos.
What's wrong with you?
Mm-mm.
I mean, seriously, who
Good.
puts jalapenos in their lemonade?
Try it.
No.
I like spicy stuff. It's good.
What? Why don't you put some hot sauce in it next?
No, the jalapeno
Hey,
flavor
everybody
actually
in
really
chat, who the heck puts jalapenos in their lemonade besides him? I'm curious. I mean, I see some crazy stuff going on, like strawberries and cherries and stuff. I got it. I even know I understand Arnold Palmer. That was just something because I grew up with it. I was used to it. But jalapenos?
Yeah.
Like the real jalapeno.
Get a lemonade. Get a jug of lemonade. Get a jalapeno. Cut some slices into it. Put it in there. Let it set for overnight. Next day.
Huh. That's really weird then. Yeah, because the only time I ever seen that stuff was guys that used to do the razzes. They were taking friends and family all the time. And they would just nail guys left and right, left and right.
No, jalapeno popcorn. That's banging. That's banging. But try it. You're Mexican. Try it. I'm Spanish. You got to try it. Go get that Simply lemonade. Get a jalapeno. Chop it up. Put about 5 or 6 slices in it. Drop it in there. Close it.
Charles. Yeah,
Hey,
I knew somebody. I was curious. Who does that?
Jeff Watt, I put pineapple and jalapenos in my tomato juice.
That's not lemonade and jalapenos. That's something different he's doing.
Hey, try it. I like it.
I mean, I know some of you guys, because I joke around, I know they're from Hawaii and stuff. Man, I still can't do the pineapple on my pizza thing. I've eaten it. What? I'm fine with it, but it's not my favorite.
It's not my favorite, but I'll eat it. I like it.
Especially with ham on. I'm just not a ham person on my pizza, but a ham and pineapple, no. Pineapple onto it, yeah, I can do it. It has a little sweet taste to it and stuff, but
yeah. But when it comes to a pineapple, when it comes to Hawaiian pizza, Canadian bacon pineapple, it comes down to the sauce as well. If the sauce isn't good, it ain't going to be that good. The sauce has to actually be really good with the bacon and the jalapeno to make it all very well. Flat out.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, man. That's just jalapenos.
Hey, don't knock the lemonade and jalapenos till you try it. Oh, then pineapple on pizza is great. Put it this way, it's not my go-to pizza, but if it's at a party and it's there, I'll grab a slice.
Hold on, wait a minute. Is somebody in your family pregnant by any chance, and you're having like sympathy, like labor thing going on to where like you're craving that weird stuff? Because I remember being with my buddy in Hawaii and his wife was pregnant. I came home from bartending at like 7 in the morning. She was dipping pickles, like the big dill pickles,
to
Hershey's chocolate syrup. And it's because she's being pregnant.
That's a woman pregnancy thing.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
For one,
maybe
my wife can't get pregnant.
Pains, maybe sympathy. It doesn't have to be your wife. It could be.
No, I like trying different things. I tried it. I saw it and I tried it and I was like, it's not bad. I never thought about it neither until I actually saw it. And I was like, that actually don't sound bad. And I tried it and I like it. It's just lemonade with a little spicy kick to it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Even if I wanted to try it, I couldn't anyhow because it would tear up my hiatal hernia.
Like I said, I like pineapple.
The margarita pizza. That is definitely different.
Yeah, no, I like pineapple, but it's not my go-to. We got a place in town that they've been around for shit since I was a kid. Mom and pop place. I always get it's a pepperoni and bacon pizza. And when I mean bacon, I mean they put bacon wrap almost around it. And they got absolutely best sauce.
I don't know, but I will never forget that, Charles. She was dipping pickles in Hershey's chocolate syrup. Like the stuff that you put the ice cream in, it would get hard afterwards type deal. I don't know whatever that stuff was called. I come home like, you doing? And I'm like, man, this pregnancy stuff ain't no joke. I'm like, wow. Out of all things, I mean,
well, just like ketchup on your mac and cheese.
people do it. I'm just not a fan of that either.
No, I'm not either. No. But spicy mayo on my mac and cheese, now we're talking.
I mean, I see people put ketchup on their steak, but here's the thing is, I mean, I've had it before to where I've had Philly steak and cheese sandwiches and they'll put barbecue sauce on if you ask, or ketchup. So it's not indifferent to me seeing somebody putting ketchup on their steak. So something like that there. Don't really
my wife likes ketchup on her tacos.
I'm gonna start a damn food channel next. Extreme Foods. Order some weirdest foods around here, bring it home, and show you guys on camera what it is.
Just call it WTF. What the foods? Oh no, Grunt Dad, I'm down for jalapenos and popcorn. On popcorn, yeah.
Grunt Dad, I'm gonna tell you what Tabasco sauce goes on. MREs.
Which hot sauce though? I like Tapatio on mine.
It don't matter. And we used to get red hot in the MREs, but we used to bring our own out there. And I'll tell you what, there was a guy that was our NBC NCO. And he was, I think he had to be Mexican, I think, last name Para. So yeah, I know he was Hispanic. Well, anyhow, he would bring these freaking bottles out. Oh my gosh. He had one that was green. I thought it was like avocado or something.
No. That was wasabi.
That thing there was so hot. I learned that. And then I learned afterwards with Thai spices, because Thai spices, oh gosh, we went over to my buddy's house when I was a drill sergeant. He had his girlfriend, and she was Thai. Their family owned a Thai restaurant, so she was making a dinner for him. He just had a surgery. So we go over and eat, and he's like, if you use this one, use very, very little. And I'm like, what's little? He goes, if you stuck your finger in and dabbed it, that'd be too much. And I'm like, what are you bring this for, Dad? Because this is the guy that would go places and get like 911 wings. I'm like, these aren't hot. And I could smell it. And I'm like ready to cry.
Some people have a spice tolerance. You don't.
Oh, that's different. I never thought of that, Charles. I haven't, but that's not a bad idea. It kind of goes with like the cheese on the wings thing.
Granddad, hell no. I've seen that, but it's not for me.
Huh. I mean, when you look at the Kraft cheese dry rub, it kind of brings all kinds of things into question too. I mean, when I sit there and look at that stuff, it brings back memories of the very, very old MREs that had the cheese packet in it.
Well, actually, Hidden Valley Ranch
is supposed to be yellow and it come out like this pale white that doesn't even look like white cheese.
Well, Hidden Valley Ranch is actually a good little rub for a steak.
I know, yeah, it's that powder. I know people putting their burgers and meatloaf and stuff.
Yep.
onion, that dry onion soup powder and stuff, or whatever it's called. Look at this. Now we turn into a damn food channel.
What the foods, man? What the
All
foods?
because you want to put jalapenos in your lemonade.
Have you tried it? No, you haven't.
Told you I can't have a medical condition. It wouldn't let me anyhow.
I
took
tried
that-
I tried the whole watermelon with mustard thing.
pills are. I don't even take the pills. They want me to take these pills every day. I don't do it. If I know I'm going to eat something that has a little kick to it, I'll take the pills. That's it. It's like omeprazole or something like that. It's supposed to help coat my hiatal hernia that they gave me from expanding my windpipe or something.
Hey, you guys knock the jalapeno and lemonade. Try it.
I'm good.
Assignment of the weekend. Assignment of the weekend. Granddad, try it.
Younger years, I would be all for it. My younger years, I would be down to try about anything. I mean,
A raw
nowadays,
garlic and sriracha snack. Ooh. I'll put a chocolate dip on the side. With a bowl of breast milk cereal.
oh yeah, you definitely gotta do that there. People are coming here like they're even talking cards. They're on food.
Now we lost the watcher if you said that.
That always happens.
That's
Okay,
fine.
so you guys can stop fast forward if you're rewatching the video now. So I was looking at this because my museum shipped out today. I think I paid like after the 2% fee, like $280 for my box. Box of museum, $395. Guaranteed case hit, one frame card, one jumbo relic autograph card. So you get 2 case hits. And I'm guessing it's about 10 boxes a case. So I got a 10%, actually a 20%
20%.
hits. But each box, one autograph relic card, one on card autograph, one quad relic, one relic card.
Huh.
I was just looking at it because I was curious to how much it's marked up because, like, some of this stuff that I've been getting, I look at what I'm paying for it and what it's selling for now. I'm like, this is like the old damn days.
What league?
Museum baseball?
Oh, they were talking soccer. Sorry.
I was given one box. Maybe I could do the big one again, pull the Jeter or Wander out. Wander around, Christmas tree.
Actually, you might want to pull the O'Neill Cruz too.
Nah, I'm good. Not a fan.
Well, hell, there really hasn't been a big rookie baseball this year.
It's just nobody's hyped it up. Right now, we're hyping football. We're getting ready to hype basketball.
Yeah, I'm taking a real big step back on basketball. I've been more into football and baseball than basketball, just for the simple fact that basketball, last year's class didn't do really very well.
Well, look at Chet Holmgren. He's already out for the season.
Yeah.
And then if I was going to buy this year, I'd chase bets anyhow more than anything. But I mean, if it was NT, I'd definitely go for RPAs. Those are always, well, I don't know.
Well,
Fake patches now can be worn by anybody. We already seen the patch that had Wiseman going into Kaminga's thing. I don't know.
out of last year's class, there's only one basketball guy that I'm interested in, just because Donovan Mitchell got traded to the Cavs. That's Mobley. Kind of wondering how that's going to work with Mobley.
Runner-up, rookie of the year.
Yeah, so I mean that's
Boy, they
kind
did
of
a package up for him too. Jeez, oh man.
they got rid of Sexton.
Sexton.
3 first rounders, and then some other ones, it was like they gave up like 6 or 7 things for him. I was like, holy shit, that's a lot to give up for Mitchell. I mean, it'll be interesting with Garland and Mobley and him, but I'm just like, wow.
Didn't Prism no, what just came out? Prism Draft? One of the ones just came out. Chronicles Draft, baby.
Chronicles Draft Football came out.
Yeah, some draft just came out. I know that with college stuff onto it.
Oh, Luminance came out for football.
Oh, yay.
Luminance came out for football.
Came out. Legacy's right around the corner.
Legacy already came out.
Oh, did it? See, I don't even watch.
Legacy came out before Luminance. Luminance just came out this week.
I probably won't even be chasing Pittsburgh until maybe Obsidian. But then again, I got to find somebody selling Pittsburgh outright versus filler.
Yeah, only thing I have actually one ticket. It's great. I think I still have it.
Well, look at Flawless. Same thing, Granddad. Expensive.
I still have. I mean, I got a Bowman University. I got the pink chrome refractor ticket.
I'm not a college person, so it doesn't do nothing for me.
Well, that's all Legacy and Luminance is. College and Chronicles Draft. All college.
Well,
There's
Select has the XRC with them actually in a Pittsburgh jersey, but XRC's overproduced this year. Watch how those start tanking next.
No, I like Pickett this year. I like the one guy out of this class that I'm really, really interested in because I think he has a legitimate shot to take over by week 3 is Ritter from the Falcons. Mariota is one hit away from just becoming a vegetable.
I didn't like him in preseason, so I don't think he'll do well. Honestly, most of the quarterbacks I watched really weren't that great. And throw in Pickett, he's going to be thrown in with one of the worst offensive lines out there. Now, granted, if he plays like he was, where he's getting rid of the ball quick, he has a chance. But I wouldn't even put him out. I don't care how bad Trubisky sucks. Unless that O-line starts holding up its end, not a good thing.
Well, everyone was goo-goo gaga over Malik Willis, and I'm just like, no. All I ever saw him do was run with the ball. I'm like, no.
Oop, let me close this out. Or I accidentally show this message. Let me see. Okay, 30 minutes. Roger Ranger, I will be in there.
That's true. I do have a bunch of Bowman University. I do have some.
Bowman U.
Yep.
I think I had one box of that stuff. I mean, it was nice. It was decent. I mean, everybody at the shows was opening that stuff up. It was like redemption galore. I know that. Oh man, I was there thinking because all the college stuff starting to set up here. Like this area is real bad. It's been bad since I was like still in the Army, 13, 14. And I'll never forget, I was at this casino in Indiana. It's a further one away, Belterra. And I can't remember who Kentucky was playing. They lost. Man, we were sitting there watching the TV screens. They're out there burning couches on the streets, all kinds of stuff. I'm like, did I get myself into in this state? This is crazy. Who goes out and burns their furniture because your team loses? It wasn't just college kids. People that owned their homes out there burning their couch. And I'm like, why?
College gets a little crazy.
Hockey, I'm always been the Cup, SP Authentic, Black Diamond. Now, I will say I was a fan of Allure. Last year was the first year I actually messed with Allure. I was that other one like Splendor or something that came out. I wasn't a fan of it. I'm not a fan of Trilogy at all. Young Guns are Young Guns with Upper Deck. I used to like Ultimate too, but see, Ultimate lost its like distinction a lot too with me. But yeah, I'd probably say if I had to pick three, SP Authentic, the Cup, and then Black Diamond are always been my favorites to open up. Now, Black Diamond had a curse. I couldn't tell you how many case breaks I was in. I think it was somewhere around 8, 10, maybe even more case breaks. Couldn't pull Crosby at all. I stopped for Black Diamond. It was bad. I ended up buying like the Ruby Taze and Kane when it came out because they had the rubies. But it was a bad thing. And then it took probably until somewhere after 2010 I started getting back into it.
You see the Lemieux and the Crosby I sent you?
I've seen them. I didn't look at them. I mean, yeah, I got, was it 7 cards yours to look at? Acuna, 1 Trevor Lawrence. I guess the other one you didn't want me to look at. Wait, I take it back. 2 Trevor Lawrences. 1 you didn't want me to look at. What's that? Burrow, Jordan, Zion, Crosby.
Come on, I like that. I mean, Crosby wasn't bad for what I liked it.
$200. I'd have picked it up for $200. Anytime
Yeah.
I see Crosby autos, they're 200. I'll buy the crap out of them.
That Lemieux only got for 200. But when you look at it, you'll see the front of it, how it has the kind of like.
Oh, I didn't look at it. I just put in your stack that said Hulk for 30.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really wasn't looking at the cards. I just happened to catch those two.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you need to look at this because if you didn't see this, I probably wouldn't send those.
So they get sent back.
Love Benning. Benning was one of my favorite assignments down there. You go to Panama City Beach, Jacksonville, Tampa, Atlanta. I could go to Charlotte, Nashville, all over the place. That was just so well located for 4-day weekends. It was great. Haven't seen much more of vintage break stuff popping up anywhere.
Oh, well, well, you saw what Sports Car Radio said. Guy's on a vacation and, you know.
I knew that was coming. He was medical leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know I saw Leighton with his little promo trying to make it all better and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, just haven't heard much of them. See, that's the thing is these scams go on, they're hot for a little bit, and then they dry up. And the sad part is sometimes people just forgive and forget, like Backyard. Many, many bad things come out of there. Let's show people how we clean our cards. Backyard breaks.
Good idea.
Let me close this window.
Crap, I forgot to send you these. Yeah, this is all bulk stuff anyways. Oops.
Oh, bulk won't be going out till after the 17th. I think I have it on the schedule for September. I think it's 19th. It's a Monday.
Yeah, no, I found I found some stuff I need to send you.
Because I got nothing for economy. So if you want your stuff to go out by itself, I'll send it off by itself.
Set this stack aside. What are these? Oh. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for football neither, Charles. Right around the corner.
Thursday night.
Ready for my Jacksonville Jaguars to win 3 games this year. I guarantee they will not have the number 1 pick this year.
You better watch what you say, because that first game, if Trevor Lawrence gets knocked out for the year, and McCaffrey's on the Panthers, but you're done.
Nope. I already know who it's going to be the bottom 3.
People were talking about Brady that year, and I think it was like the second or third game of the season. Boom, done out the year.
I put it this way. I already know who the bottom 3 teams are going to be this year. And it ain't Jacksonville. They'll do better than Atlanta. They'll do better than Houston. They'll do better than Seattle.
I think Houston might shock some people with some wins this year.
My team this year, I made some bets. Let me get them out. I made some bets this year before.
Oh, was it the first game? I thought it was second or third. I couldn't remember. But yeah, remember, it knocked him out all year long.
So this one's my wife's, and I told her she's absolutely crazy, but she did it. I don't know why, because of the odds. She put $40 down for the Jets to win the Super Bowl. She put 40 down. If she wins, she gets $4,000. I said, you ain't gonna win that. That's just, you wasted $40. These are the ones I took to win the Super Bowl. I took the Chargers, Bengals, Raiders, Vikings, and Chiefs.
Yeah.
Out of everyone,
I was just taking the rest of the dang league too.
No, out of everyone who told me I was crazy, they said, "Why are you betting on the Vikings?" I was like, "Watch, I think they could surprise some people this year." That division's wide open.
Just because division's wide open don't mean they're going to beat the better teams to make it to the Super Bowl and win it.
Yeah, I put $40 down. If I win, that's $1,400. I'm hoping that hits. I like the Vikings.
Shoot, you better hope one of them teams win just to pay you back even.
$4. I put bet $40 on each team. So really, wasn't crazy bets. Yeah, I have 3 teams from the AFC West. One of them could win. But I didn't take the Broncos. Chiefs, Raiders, or Chargers could win it this year. That division's loaded. The AFC West is loaded.
Should have put some money on the Bills.
I didn't put money on the Bills because they were the heavy favorite. So at $40, I would have made $20. They were heavily favored, so the odds weren't that great.
Huh, I didn't know they did that. That makes sense, though.
No, I like the Vikings. I'm very, very optimistic about the Vikings. I don't know why. I think they got the underdog. The Lions are interesting. I do like the Lions, Grunt Dad. I do agree with that. The Texans, I'm not sold on because they have no receivers besides Brandon Cooks.
I think your true underdog out there is going to be the Cardinals. Because if Kyler Murray can do well after that break and break his curse, they got some potential danger there.
Well,
but as it showed with stat-wise so far, Kyler just can't pull it off the whole season.
No, no. I don't like the Cardinals this year. I don't. I do like the Lions though. The Lions are kind of sneaky. The Lions last year I think lost 8 games by 1 point. That's pretty impressive. The Patriots, I see the Patriots getting second in that division behind the Bills. And everyone's all hyping up the Dolphins. No, I don't see it. I don't see that, but I don't see it, but I got a 2 of freaking color blast over there with you right now.
I'll tell you what, a lot of people are hopeful on the Colts in that league, though. I just don't think Matt Ryan has the arm for it anymore, to be honest. And
Well,
if you're relying on Jonathan Taylor to carry you the whole way, that ain't going to happen.
well, would you rather have Matt Ryan or Carson Wentz?
If I'd have been smart, I at least would have went out and got Jimmy G instead of Matt Ryan.
The asking price was probably way too much.
I still wouldn't take Matt Ryan at all.
I would take Matt Ryan over Carson Wentz, and I guarantee Matt Ryan would not have lost that game last year against my team and we not getting the playoffs. Because Carson Wentz looked like dog shit.
It is what it is every year. Any team can win on any given Sunday.
I think the Titans
or
are still
Monday
the best
night
team.
or Thursday night.
I still think the Titans are still the best team in that division because you got Derrick Henry, Tannehill still a suffice quarterback. They only got one receiver in Robert Woods. They don't even have a big receiver. The Colts,
that replacement for AJ Brown was like one of the first 8 receivers taken in the first round. A lot of people having some hopes on them receivers. We're going to find out here come midseason. I'm not going to bank it off 1-2 games because once teams catch on those dudes, look at Chase Claypool. Everybody like, oh, he's phenomenal. Look at him go. Yeah, after a few games, people started paying attention, find his little loopholes. Yeah, and that's the one thing I was thinking with too, Charles. Their defense is going to help keep them in. But the bad part is I just don't. I think Matt Ryan's playing like Ben Roethlisberger did. He's past his prime. The arm's not there anymore. Can he still throw the ball 10 yards, quick shuttle passes? Probably, but you're going to get eaten up if that's all you're known for and you can't hit them deep balls. And you're
the Vikings have a very scary offense this year. You got Justin Jefferson still. You got Adam Thielen. You still got Dalvin Cook. If Dalvin Cook goes down, you still got Madison. And Madison's not a bad backup. They have KJ Osborne as their 3, but they just traded for Jalen Reagor and gave up nothing to the Eagles for him. And you still got Irv Smith, who's coming off injury for their tight end. To me, Vikings are interesting. And they did they did do some pickups on defense this year because they know their defense is their problem.
Yeah, good luck with Kirk Cousins. We'll see.
Hey, as much as you want to complain, Kirk Cousins is the only quarterback for, I can't remember, 8 straight seasons to throw for 25 touchdowns. No other quarterback has done that. The last 8 years, he's been consistent for 25 touchdowns at least.
There's always a stat out there somebody's going to get.
Plus,
think about this. There's stats for everything. Oh, he started freaking 67,000 games and stuff. Who cares? That's not a real stat.
Plus, the coach they had last year, I can't remember who it is now, wasn't a good fit for Cousins.
It's always a reason.
I like Cousins. Cousins is a quarterback. To me, he's like an underdog quarterback. I like him. Everyone always doubts him. I like Cousins.
Well, so trade T-Law for him. Bring him down to Jacksonville, trade T-Law. Then you can be happy with Kirk Cousins.
I'd make that trade.
To me, I've watched enough of Kirk Cousins through the years to know I wouldn't want him on my team.
I like Kirk Cousins. I do. Zimmer, that was him. Zimmer kind of screwed the pooch on that team last year.
It's a team sport. The whole team screwed themselves.
Now I think didn't they get the offensive coordinator from the Rams?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that
I
stuff.
think that's who the new coach is, the offensive coordinator for the Rams, if I'm not mistaken. I think they grabbed him. Everyone's poo-pooing the Broncos too, and I'm like, why? I think the Broncos are going to be interesting. That whole division is going to be interesting.
I don't see it. Again, I think Russell Wilson's arm's done too. Past his prime, had that shoulder injury.
I still say the Chiefs are the best in that division until proven otherwise.
For what they're paying those guys, not worth it to me.
Chiefs?
No, for Cousins and stuff, freaking Wilson. Wilson just signed some stupid contract.
Oh.
Was it like 40-some million a year he's getting? Almost 50 or something?
Can't knock a guy for taking that money.
Well, I can't either, but I mean, that organization's stupid for doing it.
Like I said, I still think it's the Chiefs division until they get knocked off. Chiefs, the Chargers and Raiders are going to be fighting for that number 2 spot. I still think the Broncos come in last. I still say the Rams are the best team in that division.
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Mahomes have to prove he's a good quarterback now because he's lost a lot of talent off that team. A lot of talent. We're going to see. This is his do or die moment without having a great top end wide receiver that's going to get double teamed almost every single time going down there. We'll see how it happens.
But Granddad, you're still missing the point on Mahomes. Mahomes still does have Kelsey, which is the best tight end in the league.
I don't know about that with Kelsey. I don't know if he's the best tight end in the league.
Who else?
Well, I'll be honest. I like Mike Gesicki more than I like Kelsey offhand.
Gesicki's not going to do shit this year.
Why? Because he plays for the Dolphins?
No. Too many mouths to feed. You're not going to see him get the ball because it's going to be they're going to want to make Tyreek get the ball because I paid him so much. And you still got Waddle. And you still got who else is there? Another receiver. There's like
that makes it better for him. He's not going to be double teamed the whole time frame.
Saying Mahomes still has Hardman. He's still got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's still got Travis Kelce. They bring in Marcus Valdez-Scantling. They bring in Juju for 1 year to see how that works out. They pick up they draft that Pacheco kid, which I'm going to tell you right now, that Pacheco kid is pretty damn fast. Are Futura soccer card patches real?
Yes, they were game worn. It said on the back of them.
Have you got any of that stuff in lately, or since you got that last one?
No, you can't find that stuff anymore. It dries up quick.
Granddad, you like Kyle Pitts more than Kelsey, but we'll see how he does with Mariota now.
I don't know. I'm going to toss up because I'm sitting here thinking about both Kittle and Waller, and I like them both more than Kelsey. So
Waller's hurt.
It don't matter if he's hurt. I'm just talking about who I like more.
We don't know. We don't know how.
It'd be like I could say Mark Andrews for the Ravens, but he's not going to have anybody throws to him. And I think because there's really no other receiver on the field, but I think there's a lot of other things besides catching a ball the tight ends do that make it better, excessive blocking and everything else. And that's why I'm thinking Kittle and Waller, and I'm even going to throw Mark Andrews in the mix. Do I think he's a top 5? Yes, I do. He might even be top 3, but I think those other 3 tight ends off top of my head. Now, Gesicki, I just like him all over round because he does a lot of other things besides catch the ball in the field. Like I said, there's blocking. There's a lot of other things that tight end has to do on the field as well, too.
Now, the thing that scares me about Kittle is how is he going to work with Trey Lance? We don't know yet.
It
And
don't matter.
Jimmy G's going to be the backup.
I don't know. I just know Mark Andrews has more targets to him than Kelsey did. I just know that for a fact. No, I liked Futera. Futera Soccer has really had some nice stuff going on, especially with the patchwork. That 101 I pulled, and even that was Mardona card, really, really nice. Their 101s was on point. I will say that. I'd never heard of Futera before until it came up, and I'm like, it looks kind of cool. And then people educated me that it was only released like in South America or something, and something like that. And that's why it took so long for my box to actually get to me, because it had to come across the board of distributors, then shipped to us. I think I was like a week behind to release. A lot of people were, but very, very well, I could say, structured, I guess, cards. But I am definitely a fan of it. If I could get like a solid case of it next year, I'd probably be one product that I would actually buy a case of. Now, I did see people breaking cases, and some cases were dead and stuff like that there. It's whatever it could be. But overall, I mean, the product looked nice. The stock of the cards were good. I liked how they sleeved some of the cards into it. Yeah, I was a fan of it. Something I didn't think I'd ever say.
I need to mail you a card. Damn it. I need to mail you a card for week 1.
No, I said you do the video and mail it to the winner.
Oh yeah.
I'm only doing the mid-season in the end. I told everybody if they want to piggy bank off the contest, they can. No. Because I'm not going to have it in time for week 1 and everything else.
That's right. You did say that. So it's fine. Ain't gonna be nothing crazy or big, but
Well, guys, my time is about expired on here for the evenings. I want to go more than 90 minutes, so I actually set a timer onto this for tonight. That way we're not on for 2, 3, 4 hours. Plus, I need to hop into another thing here in about 6 minutes. But I do appreciate it, everybody. Don't forget, if you're into gridiron, get your picks in. Game start here. You can change your pick up until the start of the game.
I think I'll throw this in for week 1. Either one of these two. Lamar Jackson Supreme swatches out of 50. Or Nick Bosa rookie Aurora out of Spectre at 99. One of these two. I'll flip a coin.
Well, there you
That's
go.
what I'll give. That's what I'll give away to the winner for the first week.
Yeah, just
if I happen to win first week, it'll go to the second place.
Osan, huh? Good luck out there. Maybe you find something out there. I forgot a big time difference too out there from back here. But alrighty, guys, I'm gonna get off. Go ahead in this other piece I gotta do tonight. And if y'all need me for anything, give me a holler. You guys know how to catch me. Email, phone, various Instagram message thingies and stuff. But be doing a little fall cleanup this weekend, so it might be a few till I get it back to anybody. But good luck, guys. I'll put something out again probably Wednesdays to remind everybody about the fantasy thing, the gridiron pick'em games, just to make sure everybody's tracking. And got some juicy little stuff coming up for content too. All right, guys. Charles, Grunt Dad, who else is still in here? Mark, I know we're seeing you in here. Teddy, if you're still around. Arnie. Catch you guys later. You guys have a good, safe Labor Day weekend. And back at you next week because I don't have a show to the 17th. All right,
Hey
guys.
guys,
Take
have a
care.
good weekend.